Hi guys, good morning. So I hope you're able to hear me. Okay. So in the last session, we have seen how we can read the data from the list. And when you have a list of data, so basically when we read the data from the file system, you'll be having the data is more or less same kind of look and feel when you read the data from there. So if you wanted to read the data from one by one of your index, then we can use this for loop. So for loop also is very frequently we're going to use. And apart from that, there are few things that we are going to come. And before going to that particular place, I wanted to show you how we can define the a tuple. Okay, so let me first create a resource. Is that Priyanka? I'll make you can unmute if you're available. So today someone sent an exercise. Okay, so Priyanka or Prasanna, not sure who is that. And okay, so the cluster is available. Before starting that, I wanted to give answer to Srini. So Srini, we cannot apply data flow transformations directly on the on-prem. Okay, so if you need that, then we need to have a VNet, we need to configure. So for practicing, we can go with Azure SQL Server databases for your source and target. Okay, so data flow will not work directly. Yeah. So let me go for this tuple. Okay, so we will be having a key value pair when you come for this tuple. Okay, so tuple will be enclosed with the same braces. It is used to keep collection of items. Even here also we are going to keep the collection of items. Okay. So only thing is we are going to define the way we did the list in the same way we can do it, but the braces will be different. So we can say tuple equals to, we can open this brace 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I wanted to print of tuple. Let's execute it. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is available. So this is also, there is a chances to use. And if you wanted to read the data from this tuple one by one, like the way we did, we read data from that list, in the same way you can do it. So before that, let's say type of tuple is going to be tuple class, it is going to have it. Now I wanted to read this data one by one. Instead of going with this, I wanted to read one by one. Let's say, what you can say, like, yeah. So for loop, I in a tuple, colon, a print of I. Let's execute it. You can see the data. Okay, so I wanted to add some numbers to this. I wanted to add a few numbers to this tuple. Okay, so let me say, there is a chances to ask in the interview, is it possible to add elements to tuple? So same tuple I'm just taking here again. I cannot add or modify tuple. So it's not possible to do it. But if the requirement demands, then how you can do it? But if the requirement demands, then how can we do it? So I'm just having a tuple. This tuple we can convert into the list. Okay, so I just taking a list of tuple. Now you can see. So I'm just going to print first print of tuple comma type of tuple. And here I'm going to take a list. I mean to say it is going to be converted into list. Now I wanted to print this print of list comma type of list. Let's execute it. Okay, so now it is a list. Previously it is a tuple. If it is a list, then we can modify it. So list allows to modify the elements. We can change it. Okay, I'm just saying list equals to list dot append. I wanted to say system. Now the same thing I'm just going to print here. Let's execute it. Okay, let me take a new list. Otherwise, type list appended. Let's try. What is this none type? I have a list. Listed dot append. Okay, I understand. Okay, so let me say a list dot append, and when you use the same statement again, you can find. We don't need to add one. We don't need to add one more new variable. So because for the existing list itself, we are appending the system. Now we can have a system, and what we can do is, I'm just giving a comment here. convert from tuple to list, and append 60 to the list, and then finally we can convert this list into tuple also. Convert to tuple. So same to same, I'm just going to say tuple equals to tuple of LST. Now, if you print this statement again here, then you can see SST is available in the tuple. Okay, so like this we can do it. If anywhere, if you wanted to add something to the tuple, then we need to convert the tuple into list. Then we can modify the items of that particular list. Then we can again convert into the list. We can convert into the tuple to show the data. So it all depends on the situations, we can handle it. And then the important thing is functions, custom functions. Okay, so predefined functions, even if you wanted to learn little more details about Python, then you can go for the W3 school. So we have a basic example. So just have an idea, basic idea, so that that may be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to take you through this functions. We can say custom functions. Write a program to apply addition of two numbers. Okay, so if that is the case, then we can say A equals to 10 and B equals to 20 and C equals to A plus B, and print C comma type of C. C is more enough. You can say C is more enough to print it. Now I can say the 30 here. So this is the normal approach it is. Okay, so I wanted to create a function. For this one, I wanted to create a function. Okay, so creating custom function. To apply addition. So function always going to start with the def. The function, when you define the function, we are going to use the def keyword to define the function. Okay, so then the name of the function, I wanted to say function 1. And function 1 is going to ask you to pass the A comma B values, colon. So this is the, if you're taking a values from outside, then we need to define this parameters of this function. And those values we need to get it into here. And I'm just going to say C equals to A plus B. So A will come from outside, B will come from outside, and C is the local variable. And I'm just going to say return C. So I wanted to return the C. So once you declare the function, then how we can call the function? Call it function. So we can use the function name, and it is asking to pass the values here. I can say 10 comma 20. I can say 10 comma 20. The result of this function is going to return something. I'm just going to say result equals to the result of this function. I'm just storing inside the variable, and I'm just going to say print of res. So this is also going to give the same result. So 30 only it is going to give. So whenever you wanted to change this number, you can change this number. You can say 50 is coming. So this is how we can create a functions. Okay, so if you wanted to do the same thing, basically we can go, this is a normal style of declaring the function or writing the function. And if you wanted to go with a different approach, we can also go with a different approach. Now I wanted to say about lambda function. Versus custom functions. So lambda functions and custom functions. So we have seen the custom functions, how we are having a custom functions, right? So you can apply whatever the business logic you wanted to apply. Okay, so the same thing, instead of writing this many lines of the code, we can write in a single code also. We can write it in a single code app. Okay, so I wanted to do this. Task 1 I'm taking. First declare a variable and store some number. I wanted to store some number, and then the second is apply addition operation with some other number and print final result. So I wanted to do this by using the custom function as well as by using the lambda function. Let me take like this. Custom function versus lambda functions. Okay, so first I'm going to declare one variable here, a equals to 10. And then I wanted to define the function to add some number. I wanted to apply the addition operation. So then we can use the def function to, I'm just going to, I'm not taking any value here. Okay, so because I have declared the variable value outside of this, so this is a global variable. We can say it is a global variable. So if we define anything inside the function, then that we can say it is a local variable. Now I wanted to say b equals to a plus 5. The result is stored inside the b, then I wanted to say return b. I wanted to say return b. So if you want to call this function, then we have to say function 2. We don't need to pass anything because everything is there inside this. Okay, so we have I'm taking a value from here and I'm just hard coding the value here. So we don't need to pass. So in the previous session, in the previous approach, we have seen how we can pass the parameters to the function. So without parameters, how we can do it, I just wanted to show you here. The result will come, the result of this, we can store in a res equals to and print of res. Let's execute it. Now I can see the result. But the same thing I wanted to do with the lambda function. The same thing I wanted to do with the lambda function. I'm just saying print of lambda function. Okay, so how we can do with the lambda that I'm just showing here. So the syntax of this lambda function is, we need to remember, we are going to have a syntax lambda variable name colon expression. Lambda variable name and expression. Okay, so this is a declaration of the function. Okay, so we can say declaration of syntax. And how we can call this function also is important, right? I'm just going to take this copy. Calling of lambda function syntax and calling of lambda function. Okay, so how we can call this is, so we can declare this entire thing and we can keep that in a bracket and then we can pass the value. Okay, so if you wanted to call this, we can pass a value here. Okay, so how we can do it? When you see practically, then you can understand. So if at all, if you are passing anything for this one, whatever the variable we are having, right? So that for that variable, we are going to pass the value from here. Expression will be same. Now, if we can do the same thing for this particular requirement with lambda style, first what we have to do is you have to specify lambda variable declaration. What is the name of the variable? I wanted to say A is the name of the variable, colon, then expression. So we need to write the expression. Expression is what? A plus 5. Okay, so I'm just going to say A plus 5. So we need to keep this in the bracket. So this is declaration of the syntax, right? So we can keep this entire result in a variable. Okay, so I'm just saying style 1 or approach 1. So if you want to call this function, what we have to do is we have to keep this entire thing in the braces. Then we need to pass the value to this variable. To pass the variable, how many variables you declared here, that many values you need to pass in this braces. Okay, we need to pass in this braces. We can say here variable values. So how many variables we declared? One variable we declared. So I'm just going to pass a 10 here. Okay, because I've given 10 here, right? So 10 plus 5, 15 is going to get. Now I just wanted to execute this. Now you can see in the lambda function, what is the output we are getting? 15 only, because this 10 will come, this 10 will come to this particular area, this particular place. So A is 10. So A plus 5, 10 plus 5 is 15. So 15 will be returned. So this is one style. The approach 2, I'm going to specify this entire result, we can keep it in a variable. Result equals to, and then if I wanted to call this function, simple, res of 10. So same to same, this is equivalent to res of result of 10, res a variable name, right? This entire expression. Sorry, this entire expression is equivalent to this particular res. So we can say, if you select it, you can see. So this part is equivalent to this part. So that means this is equivalent to res. So when I say res here, res of 10 only, right? So like this also we can define it. It depends on your interest or requirement, you can do it. So no one will say you have to go with this approach or this approach. It all depends. If you wanted to do it in a single line, then go with approach 1. If you want to do with the multiple line, then you can go 2 lines. At least you can go with the approach 2. It's up to you. Okay, so I wanted to do the same thing with 2 numbers. Okay, so let me take one more task here. Declare 2 variables and store 10 and 20. So that we already know it. Same apply addition. You can say like that. And third is print final result. So I'm going to show you with custom function. We already done with the custom function. If you remember, we have seen, right? So I'm just going to say def function 3. I'm just taking a comma b colon. Return, we can say directly a plus b. You can write like this also. I wanted to call this function. To call this function, we can say 10 comma 20. 10, 20, and I can use the print function for this entire thing at one shot, just for checking. Right, that is fine. The same thing I can do with the lambda function also. So if you wanted to do the same thing with lambda function, we don't need to define the we don't need to do this many lines. Okay, so we can lambda function style is single line functions. So lambda functions are a function which are not having any name. It's an anonymous function. We are not giving a function name. But when it comes to here, we are giving a function name. But whereas lambda functions are not going to have any function name for that. Okay, so if you want to do the same thing with lambda function, lambda. So variables declaration is required a comma b colon a plus b. A plus b is the expression. This entire thing we can keep it in a braces. And if you want to pass the values here, you can pass 10, 20. Let's execute it. You're also going to get the same result. It's a single line. Okay, if you want to keep that in a result variable, then we can keep this result here and just cut this areas of, just pass the values like this. What is this? B. Bases 2 times are there. Now can see. Okay, it's all same to same. There will be no much differences when you go for this. Okay, so you understand how we can have a normal custom function and how we can write for that, how we can write a lambda function. Because when you go for RDD, we are going to start very soon resilient distributed data set. We are going to use the lambda style of expressions. So for that reason, I'm just I'm concentrating on this. So here I have a function called map function. It is used to apply transformation for every element of, just say every element. Okay, so if you have a collection of elements, if you wanted to apply transformation for this, then we are going to apply for each and everything, each and every item. Okay, so we already seen the list and tuple. Okay, so basically tuple mostly in different situations we are going to use as part of our RDDs, but mostly we are going to come across the list. Okay, so I wanted to take a task here, task 3. Declare names in the list in lowercase. And then I wanted to convert each and every name into uppercase. Convert every name into uppercase. And then print the names. From the list and one by one in vertical. So in vertical also how we can print it, we are going to say. Now I wanted to declare the names. List equals to Bhaskar, Raja, Rama, something like this. I just keep some list of names. Okay, so if you print these names, I mean it is a print LST, comma, type of LST. we are going to have it. It's a normal kind of thing. We already know it. Okay, so we already know this, how we can handle it. But I wanted to convert each and every name into uppercase. If it is a string, just for understanding, I'm showing here name equals to Bhaskar, and I wanted to say print of name dot upper. Let's execute it. The names are converted into uppercase. If it is a string, it is possible. If you try to do the same thing with the list, it is not going to be possible because here it is not a single value. So list of values we are having. So since we are having a list of values, we cannot directly go and apply upper function to list it, to apply a upper function. So you have to take one by one. Take this item and convert this into uppercase. Take this item, convert into uppercase, and take this item, convert into uppercase. So that is how we need to do it. So here what I'm going to do is, first I'm just going to keep one empty list. After converting, you have to store the result, because I'm saying print names from the list I'm saying. Okay, so from the list I wanted to say the list of values should be in a uppercase. So for that reason, I'm just going to declare one empty variable. It's an empty variable. Nothing is available inside this. Then I'm going to use the for loop for I in what? In LST. So I wanted to take the one by one name. So this name will come to here. Now I have a name dot upper I can use, right? Here I have shown you. If you have only one value, then we can say that value dot uppercase. So here I have a name in the I. So I'm just going to say I dot upper. If I execute this, what happens is it is going to convert all the names into uppercase characters. Print I have to use, then only can see that. Print of, let me keep this into separate variable. I'm just keeping this into the X. Just for understanding, I'm just taking it here. Print of X. Now you can see Bhaskar, Raja, Rama. But I wanted to give this to the list. I don't want to print individually. So that is the second one. Okay, but I wanted to print individually. Sorry, I wanted to print as a collection the way we are having here. So if this is the case, the result we need to add it to list here. So we need to, whatever the value we are getting, this value will come to here into this place, then it will be converted into uppercase. The entire result I wanted to store into this list. So names dot append. Then just pass this inside append. So this names is going to have the list of things. Now I wanted to say print of names, comma, type of names. Let's execute. Now you can see the names are converted into uppercase and you are able to see that. And if you wanted to print the names one by one, then you can take the names to print it. We're already having uppercase, right? Printing one by one. So we can say for loop I in names, print of I. That's all. So something like this we can do it. Okay, so if I wanted to do the same thing with the lambda function, I wanted to convert all the names into uppercase characters. Lambda. How many variables are required? Not lambda, we have to go with the map function. Okay, so without map function, with the lambda style only, we are going to use this, or we can handle it. I'm just taking what we can say lambda names. I'm just giving some variable name equals to I wanted to take the map function. You have to take the map function. Same list I'm going to take, whatever the list I have used here, same list I'm going to take in this particular place. Okay, so let's come to here. We have to use the lambda function. So inside the map function, we have to write lambda function. Okay, so we know already lambda style, lambda x colon x dot upper, comma, list. So what happens here is, x means every item. Okay, so this is the output of this, right? I mean, say list of values we are having here. Something like this. So when you write lambda function, you are declaring x. X means each item. Each item. So in the first iteration from this list, we are specifying here. And if you wanted to see the help of your lambda function, you can use help of map. Okay, you can see the syntax of the functions here. You can see function and iterable object. So function name, in place of this, I'm going to take lambda function here. Okay, and here I'm going to take iterable object, that is a list. So that is how I'm just declaring in this particular place. Map lambda, x means every item from this list, and x dot upper is going to convert into uppercase. So that result is going to store inside this variable. Okay, so I'm just going to say print of lam names, comma, type of lam names. Let's execute it. Now, okay, so it is going to give iterable object. So I wanted to say map returns iterable object. To read it, we need to convert to list. So to convert it to list, I'm just going to say, I can apply directly here itself. Okay, this entire result I can keep it to list function. We already know it, right? Now it is going to be printed. Now you can see. Okay, so map is going to help us to apply transformation for each item. So to apply for each item, then we need to use the lambda style of the function in a map. So the same function even is available in the Spark RDD API. So there is a slight difference. You can feel the syntax of the map function when you go for that. Okay, so this is about how we can use the map function. And something like this, we have many options are there in order to apply, to convert the, to apply operations. For each item, if you wanted to apply, you can use, even for numbers you can use, and for anything you can use it. I'll give one task, just try for doing it. Task 4. Declare a list ten, 20, and 30. Apply addition to add 5 for every element. Print final result. Okay, so list is this one. 10, 20, 30. Okay, so I'm expecting the output. $15, $25. Let me keep 30 here. And 35. Can you write it? Everyone please try to do it. Just give me pseudo syntax, that is more enough. Just do it, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm back. Prasanna, correct. List x and x plus 5. Even Srini also correct. Good. Okay. But what happens is Srini answer especially I'm saying that will print vertically. I wanted to say horizontally, same like a lister. Okay, so Prasanna answer will get correct, and even Fatima answer also is correct because she used the lambda. Okay, that's fine. So I have a list, right? I'm just going to take. I wanted to say numbers equals to empty list I'm taking because I wanted to print as a list object at that. So this output I wanted to get. So for this one, we can declare empty list with numbers and for I in LST colon Okay, so same to same, there will be no much difference. So numbers dot append, so in append, I'm going to say I plus 5. Okay, so if I print this and the R's, then we can get this. So 15, 25, 30. I'm just printing this list also. Print LST. Then 10, 20, 30 is there, and 15, 25, 35 is there. So if you wanted to do the same thing with the lambda style, let's say map. So since we need to apply transformation for each and every item, if that is the case, we need to use map. So map of lambda x colon x plus 5. Okay, x plus 5. So which item we are passing? LST. The result I wanted to convert into list. Because it returns iterable object, so we need to convert into the list. And you can store the result into a variable, and you can print RES. Now you can see. It's the same to same. Okay, anyhow, good attempt. And I wanted to say one more thing. Two lists I'm going to take. Task is 5. And declare what we can say, payments in the list, and names in the list again. Declare names in the list. Get the key value pair. In the form of tuple. And print the final result. Okay, so I'm going to show you with the lambda style only. Okay, so anyhow, I recommend to write with the lambda style. Okay, so that will be much more easier than others. So I'm just taking a few names here. Bhaskar, Siri, Rajan, something like this. And payments. Payments equals to same list I'm taking. So let's say 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000. So I wanted to get Bhaskar, 1,000, Siri, 2,000, Raja, 3,000. Like that, I wanted to get it. So then you have to use the map function, a map, lambda. So how many are there? Two variables are there. So this one is there and this one is there, right? Okay, so first you have to take the name and then you have to take this. So that means two variables when you have. If you wanted to take values from the two places, then we can declare two variables, x, y, colon. If I give only one, then it is fine. Last time we have taken only one, so you can just give x something like this. But here two values, then we have to specify in the tuple, x, y. Okay, so this x, y is going to get, this entire thing is going to get from the names, and payments. Now this entire thing, I wanted to keep it in the, I'm going to say convert into a list. List of tuple we are going to get. Okay, and let's say res equals to, and then I wanted to print res. Let's execute it. Now I can say Bhaskar, 1,000, Siri, 2,000, Raja, 3,000. This entire thing. This is one item. tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3. This entire is the list. Okay, so if I wanted to take only this value, I wanted to print. So print one by one list item. Okay, print one by one, just for, I'm just extending this one by one key value pair. Then print, not print, for loop I in result, right? Colon, print of I. Now you can see. Let's give empty print so that you can have a space between them. So this is name and value, name and value, name and value. Okay. So we can also print. Okay. So here my intention is we can have a tuple, collection of tuples. We can also say it is a list. This is one tuple, this is one tuple, and this is one tuple. Okay. So list of lists also we will be having, and list of tuples also we are going to have as part of the list. So this is about the map function. If you wanted to apply transformation for each and every item of the list, or if you wanted to apply transformation for every item, then we can say we can go and use the function called map function. Okay, so apart from that, if you wanted to apply a filter, if I wanted to apply transformation for few items, not for all the items, then we have to go for different function, that is filter function. Okay, so there is one more function that I'm going to talk about as part of this Python, that is filter function. We're going to say that filter and reduce. These two functions I'm going to cover from the Python. Then we're going to start Azure Databricks. Okay, so the low level API, how exactly we're going to have. Mostly the introduction of a resilient distributed data set we're going to see on tomorrow. Okay, so I'm stopping here. I will continue in the next session. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Yeah, hi Bhaskar, this is Venkat.
Yeah, Venkat.
Yeah, so coming to this session, see, I think I gone through the last session. So just now I tried to execute these commands in the Databricks, but I know it's a community edition, right? So it will be terminated in after activity
Yes.
of 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours. So again, I need to create a cluster, then I can use it.
You're right.
Okay. Okay, so coming to actually last 2 classes I didn't attend it. So just to be confirmed. Okay, so as you clearly mentioned that Spark is the in-memory based execution.
Yes.
Okay, so that Spark is the open source. So the Databricks is the another company. So which is interface with Spark.
Yes, and the persons who developed this Park is from the database company only. Later they established the company.
Yeah, okay. So now there is a interface between Spark as well as Databricks, right?
Of course. On top of the Spark, we have a interface. This is what it is.
Okay. Okay, so Spark is the platform where we can write the code, and Databricks is the user interface for looking.
Yes.
Okay, but backend is the completely doing by Spark only.
Spark only.
Okay.
Okay, Spark only. It's 100% Spark only.
Okay, Spark is the framework and this is the user interface. Databricks is the user interface.
Exactly. You're right.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay, we will be having more flexibility with this particular interface. Whereas if you go for Spark direct on-prem Spark version, you'll be having a command prompt, and we need to have IDEs. We need to install or we need to take other IDEs. I mean to say, what I can say. Some development integrators are there, right? Eclipse or something like that. Visual Studio from the Microsoft. So those things also can be used to work with the Spark. But if we go with the database, then we have a database UI. Yeah, you can share your screen, Srini, if you want. I have a 5 minutes time. Okay, let me give a co-host. Yeah, you can try to share your screen.
Bhaskar, one thing I can update here.
Okay.
Actually, this sorted, right? We have a panel. So if anybody interested, please send your profile so we can schedule interviews. It's a HCL.
I didn't get it. Can you repeat again?
No, we have a drive, okay, panel drive.
Okay.
This Saturday only. If there is
Okay.
anybody interested, you can share your profile to Bhaskar so he can share with us.
Yeah, if anyone interested, you can share us this.
This Saturday only. This Saturday 10 to 4. That profile should be like ETL or SQL. ETL means anything like Azure Data Factory or any ETL tool.
Okay.
SQL knowledge.
So is it means walk-in we need to come or online?
No, it's online only, virtual.
Okay, I'll send to Bhaskar sir.
Or else I'll
Please give your email ID.
That is also fine.
I'm noting down. Please give.
oh, I can't make it as everyone here.
That's fine. Because we are giving an option, right? You can type your email. Just send your profiles to that mail ID. He will forward to the concerned person.
And I'm also in panel only. But I
Okay.
can take
Okay.
only 2 or 3 profiles.
Yeah. Yes. If anyone is having luck, you can go to him.
But I will be up to one level only. Like next level, my managers are going to take.
Yeah. Anything we can attempt, huh?
Yeah.
Or we can approach you.
Give an attempt.
Yes. But I can sure like if anybody strong in SQL, definitely that person will be selected in my project.
Okay.
This is directly for Google client only directly.
Okay. Can I have your email or something?
Yeah, already ping.
No.
I think it is only for Bhaskar. I'm unable to
You
make
can
it.
you can just type. You can just type there so that they can take it.
Where Bhaskar?
Let me keep for everyone. Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Narayana.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Okay. Thanks, James.
Okay. So just attempt
Yes.
it this so that if you have a chance, you'll get it.
Yes. Oh, am I? My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the settings
Number also. Maybe I will not check sometimes mail. Yeah, this is my mobile number also.
Okay. So send a profile. Okay. Venkat, right?
Yeah, Venkat Narayana Thankar.
Okay.
So I wanted to hear at least 3 persons, at least 2 or 3 persons need to be selected.
Yeah, if anyone is strong in SQL, definitely that person will be selected. I'm sure.
I'll be in touch. Thank you for that.
Yeah, sure.
These settings I have done.
Okay.
Allow update. Data is also used. So right now, no data.
Now, where is the target table? Show me
Yes.
target table.
This is the target.
Go. Can you go up?
Yeah.
Identity, but can you give the identity 1, 1? Maybe that
Yeah,
is missing. Will it come?
By default, it will take
Okay. Okay, then it is fine. Okay, so what is the problem you're facing? First, tell.
End date is not updating.
Okay, go
So
to your
data-
pipeline. Get to your pipeline.
So can I insert one record?
Yeah, that not required. You can just go to data flow. I'll tell you. Maybe I'm expecting that mistake. Okay, so can you go down? Select three. Can you select three? Can you show me data customer key only? Okay. Can you go to the end date? Okay, end date is current is perfect. Can you go to update? Update if that is also correct. Can you go to your target? Not upset. You have to take update.
Yes, sir. This
Yeah,
one.
yeah. In the update, no. Can you go to update if
Update.
here you have to choose update if.
Update if. Okay.
Then it will come. Okay, you can try.
If I save this one, it will save in Git, right, sir?
You configure the Git, right? So it will
Yes.
save in a Git. Did I explain the Git to you? No, right?
Yes. I have created
No, I think I didn't come across the Git, if I am correct.
Repository creation that
Did I explain?
told. Yes, sir. I have into this main branch. I have. And
Okay,
I have.
I forgot.
created.
I'm not sure whether I explained about the Git or not. Anyhow, we are going to touch that at the time of project again.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah, it saves in your branch.
I can
Right.
continue practicing here.
Yeah. You can continue. You can save the code.
Okay.
Even you can have the data factory as this. Okay, so I supposed to explain one task. One of you sent yesterday. Okay, so but I don't have a time to give it. So I'll do one thing. I'll give a task to you on tomorrow. I'll explain what it is actually. If you have a data in the zip file, how we can read the data from the zip file. Okay. I'll attach after this session. I'll attach one of the file. Just try to read the data from the zip file and load the data into the SQL server. Okay.
Just a minute. This one task is so. We need to check the count of columns for file as well as table. If columns are count and tables count, file columns count, table column count is matched, then only we
Yes.
do copy
Yes.
activity. For
Yes.
this, I tried to do something. So I have taken set variable into get metadata activity for file, get metadata activity for table as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine. Okay.
I have
Show me
done
the
some-
if condition.
There I am not getting like how to view the how to check the conditions because
So it's a simple only. You have the details in a variable, right? Two variables.
Yes.
So
two
compare
variables
use the equals function.
equals.
Equals function variable 1 comma variable 2.
So here which transformation is it?
You can use copy data only.
Copy
If
data
numbers
in
same,
that. Okay.
Yeah. If numbers are same, then we can go for copy data.
There is no condition checking.
No. Go for if condition. You can see.
Okay.
Select if activity.
Acha.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Here you can have expression activities.
Okay.
Expression.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay. I'll
Okay.
try.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
can try. Okay, guys. Any other question? Okay, then I'm stopping here. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining.
you.